deliver my story.
The higher distinctions of public speaking that I learned here made my presentations and meetings lively and 100% more impactful.
Of being on Amandeep's $1 Million Speaker Blueprint course, I was able to co-host a webinar and host my first online open mic.
Amandeep is an amazing trainer and mentor. He loves to over-deliver and he loves to give massive value to his students.
I started getting recognition among my colleagues. My bosses started getting more appreciation to me. This is the best investment I've ever done in my life.
This program is designed in such a way that it covers completely what, why and how of public speaking.
I was blown away by the methods which Amandeep has used in this virtual setup.
Super blessed to have a mentor like Amandeep sir.
I have gone through many other programs, but not the kind of depth that Amandeep goes through.
I received from Amandeep is that he influenced me to work on my craft of public speaking.
I was so surprised by the way Amandeep puts his heart and soul to make us better every day.
Before the program, I had stage fright in front of big crowds. After this, I became more confident in school, and Amandeep sir taught us ways that changed our lives forever.
The money you are paying for this workshop is like nothing in comparison to the kind of value that you will get out of it.
Today I feel that the investment which I have done for getting this kind of value is just negligible.
It was great to have a mentor like Amandeep sir in this fabulous learning journey.
And because of that webinar, within a month, I got enough confidence to deliver my own webinar.
Such a comprehensive and complete sort of a program I have never seen.
Hi everybody, this is sorry, excuse me. This is Amandeep signing in live from my home studio right now. And if you are joining me in today's live session, then please drop me a comment, drop me a message. Let me know you are here. Let me know where are you tuning in from. And it'll be great to have your energy so that we can do communication, which is two ways. We had Gaurav Maskara joining us. If you're still here, Gaurav, thank you for your message. And anybody else tuning in right now, let us hear you, let us feel you, let us see you. We have Rajiv Ranjan joining us. Namaste, Rajiv. And we have Kocher Kaur joining us right now. Thank you very much. Hello, Ji. I hope you're doing well. Anybody else tuning in, please do drop in a comment. Today's live session is not about me sharing something or teaching you something or explaining you my understanding about life or stress. I want to know your understanding about things today. Anyways, we have started. So let's stop this, which is running around. We are already in the session right now. Raji from Hyderabad, well, welcome. I'm saying hello from London. To be honest, maybe a part of me wants to be in Hyderabad right now because of the sun. The weather here in London is very gloomy. Sakshi Sharma is tuning in right now. Sakshi is an old friend. Thank you. I am very blessed and I hope you are well too. And Dhuti Banerjee, one of our graduates from $1 Million Speaker Blueprint, is tuning in. We have Manu Priya joining us right now. Hello. Thank you. So quickly, I want to understand, your understanding about how do you guys manage stress? Yeah, that's what I want to understand. Maybe teach me today. What is your techniques that you apply in your life to come out of stress? Yes, I have been under immense pressure for the last few days on a few different things, which I've been doing behind the scenes. And Devrat Guha from Mumbai is tuning in. Pranam Shar. Pranam, I hope you're well. So anybody, you would like to give me your understanding about managing stress? Well, I, have got a few points which I'm going to talk about in my understanding, which I use in my stress management. That's correct. Sometimes people get a bit surprised on the fact that they think, oh, you are a motivational speaker, you are an inspirational speaker, you're an empowerment coach, or you're a public speaking, coach. I don't think you ever get disempowered in your life, or you probably feel negative in your life. I mean, excuse me, why would you think that way? I'm a human, just like you are. The only difference could be, that I'm a mechanic of my car, and my car, if it falls, if something goes wrong with my car, maybe, I have the ability to fix it bit sooner than you can. And, if anybody says that they are always motivated, they're always, inspired, they don't feel stressed, they don't get fear, that's the biggest myth, which can be sold to you. And some people buy that. I don't understand. If you're a human, you got to feel all the emotions, that's what makes you human. Gaurav Maskara. Okay. I hope that's the correct pronunciation for your surname. If not, I apologize. I think, I'll stick to Gaurav, probably a better way of taking your name. We don't have, I think, any other Gauravs tuning in right now, so it'll be okay. In some classes, we have like 2 or 3 Gauravs. Then we have to go on to the surname. Ignoring something takes the same amount of energy as doing it. Read it somewhere. Okay, that's powerful. That's insightful. Ignoring something takes the same amount of energy as doing it. That's really profound. I like that. Okay. And I like to go back to this thought of Tony Robbins when I was doing Date with Destiny. Okay. For those of you who don't know Date with Destiny, I hope you know Tony Robbins. If you don't know, obviously Tony Robbins is the world's biggest, motivational speaker. He is like, for the Indian audience, I think most of my audiences are Indian. He's like the Shah Rukh Khan, let's put it this way, or Amitabh Bachchan of motivational world. And he does this program called Date with Destiny, which is a very intense program I've done, a few years back. And I highly recommend, whenever you're ready, you must experience that program. It's also the same program, on which that movie is based. There's a documentary which came out on Netflix, probably 4 years back. It's called I Am Not Your Guru. And it's based on that program called Date with Destiny. So during Date with Destiny, Tony explains this, that you give so much of energy to complaining, moaning, and bitching, let's say, and you criticize that person who gave you the hard time. He says, if you can take that energy, I think he says this way. He says, if you criticize that person and give him that energy of you being in a certain bad situation, then I think, he says you should also give the credit to the same person for you to uplift your game. If it was not for them, you would not be where you are today. So if you are sending them, curse or blame or whatever, then also send them love and blessings, because of they being hard on you, crafted your character in a very special way. So that's, a quick recollection of Date with Destiny. Again, we'll stick to the plan, which is how to manage stress. Okay. This is what my, intention is today. And I'm being completely authentic and honest about what's going on. I've been under a lot of pressure for the last 2 to 3 days. I don't want to go into the personal challenges I've been having and, professional challenges, but it has been a tough time for the last 2 to 3 days. Okay. Seems relevant for stress. Okay, ignoring something takes some amount of energy. Okay, that's done. I do inversion meditation, as I'm a professional yoga and meditation expert. Beautiful, Rajiv. Thank you for sharing that. God bless you for what you do. If anybody's tuning in, you would like to connect with this man. He is a yoga and meditation expert. Awesome. Having said that, very quickly, I want to add, guys, this is what I always recommend my students, especially students who come to learn public speaking from me, and not just learn how to speak in public, but also how to monetize it, how to generate revenue with their technique or skills or experiences they have, in a way that they can live a life which is freedom based, which is not struggling based, because quite a few people, they do a lot of amazing work, but they don't know how to monetize their skills and knowledge. So this is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I do agree that meditation is one of the beautiful things, to do when you're stressed. And very quickly, what do I recommend my students? That if you are ready, whenever you're ready, because it's going to take a lot of commitment. It's not going to take any money. A lot of great things don't cost money. That's the myth people carry. And the only reason, the angle of money is brought in so that you are attached to it. And when you give something substantial, which you're attached to, your chances of doing that activity or that class becomes higher. It is never guaranteed, by the way. I've seen people pay £700-800 for UPW, Unleash the Power Within with Tony Robbins, or pay me 10,000-15,000 rupees for a program, let's say. They don't still show up, and there is no update. They don't even tell us why they're not there, and people miss out on attending programs. That happens, also rarely, but not maybe all the time. But coming back, I would recommend you do Vipassana. Yeah, B for victory, Vipassana. Maybe not the right way of pronouncing. One lady, was very upset the way I pronounce it. Well, this is my way of pronouncing. I hope you understand that I'm not an expert who teaches how to pronounce the right way. And what is pronunciation in one place may not be the right pronunciation in a different place. We can have our own accent coming into it. but it's a purest form of meditation created by Buddha, which is still available to people, and it's free of charge. It's 10 days, which definitely you have to give away without any connection to the outside world. No internet, no speaking, waking up at 4 o'clock pretty much with a dong and 2 meals. And yeah, there are many things, I'm going to go about it, but I highly recommend you do Vipassana. Sometimes people say, I maybe cannot take 10 days of my life away and be somewhere without talking to anybody. Well, wait, the day when you get into a massive pain and problem, or you're losing your concentration, and then maybe you might think, it's a good idea to go to Vipassana. Oh God, going to Vipassana will wake you up to a whole different level. Your concentration, goes up to a different level. So that's, again, quickly, meditation definitely helps. Dudi Banerjee, for managing stress, I just take some gap or pause of some time and then get back to normal life. Okay, I like that. Taking a pause is a beautiful thing. It's tough time almost all of us due to COVID. Okay, I know that, Coach Core, please add a solution to it. Yep, I'm sure, hope we all know that we're going through COVID and pandemic phase right now. And yeah, we are still in lockdown in the UK right now. Our schools are going to open on the 8th of March. And then we have a bit of opening happening on the 28th of March. And then from 12th of April, if I'm not wrong, kind of non-essentials will start opening up, which means salons and stuff like that. And you can get a haircut done and stuff like that. So it's good. I think, Gaurav is adding, I think best way of stress management could be understand its root cause and to face it as it caused when we don't take action over it. I like that, he's going very deeper, Gaurav, and probably that's something I want to add, that when you are stressed, there is a very deeper cause to it. It could be, tapped, stuck energy, which has been piling up for a long time. It builds up over a period of time. And then when everything, which builds up, let's say it could be an uncertain energy, and it could be also overthinking, which is obviously happens to every human being. There is no human being, I would suggest that doesn't go under stress. And there's one more thing, I'm not saying you should do it, but I'm suggesting that it may happen to you that if you are really targeting to do big things in life, go out and serve the world at a major scale, in your intention to do a lot of great things. It doesn't happen, just by sitting comfortably somewhere. It will call upon you to take massive action, and there will be, a substantial amount of pressure being built up. You got to be okay with that. You got to know that the pressure is coming your way. So yeah, if you're doing something at a very, very substantial, at a very higher level, there will be, pressure and stress a part of the parcel. Like, when we run big events, like, what we do UPW with 12, 14,000 people, and I'm serving, let's say 500 to 600 people who have, got the tickets through me, then obviously it's stress, to make sure that they get the wristband on time, they get in, they can have the experience. And then in between the program, people have stuff coming up, emotions coming up. There's so many things happening, at a big event. So quickly coming back, I love this idea, and this is where I wanted to go today, that please sit down, obviously, relax and be aware of where the stress is coming from. Or what is this energy, which is trapped up in your body, which could be your childhood cry, when you were 10 years old, 8 years old, and you wanted to say something out like loud, and you wanted to say somebody like F off. Yeah, that's correct. The swearing words have a certain energy to it. I'm not saying, that you should be swearing in your life. Oh God, I'm just, I've been reminded of one of the stories of my life. I hope, I can share it very quickly with you. Our parents, obviously for most Indian culture people, that swearing is a big no-no. And I remember, obviously it's a mistake, your child, maybe, I don't know how old I was, 8, maybe 9 years old, at the top was 10. And I use a swearing word, not a very harsh or high level swearing word, a very small swearing word. And God bless my mom, she took this, like a dish which you use to turn over, your breads. And she took a hard one, pretty much touched it, on my lip to give me a strong reminder not to swear in my life. And I did not swear for almost maybe 20 years of my life until I came to UK and I saw Tony Robbins, and he went like FF word every 5 minutes. Now I go, oh God, what is this guy doing? But then, I realize, once in a while, if you use it with the right intention to serve people, it serves them, by the way. And if you say the F word in a massive energy with a big kind of a bang to it, people wake up. People go like, what happened around me? So yeah, he uses it with purpose. Coming back, stress. What is this energy stuck up in my body and where it's coming from? What the lessons, it's want to give me That's what you got to start from. Awareness is the first step to change. If you're not aware of something, you cannot change it. So, and this is very beautiful, again, for quite a few number of people don't even realize that they're stressed. I mean, I'm blessed and I'm, very proud of myself that if I'm going through a certain emotion and energy, I'm aware of it most of the time. And then obviously, I've got to find a way to channelize that. That if I fight it, which obviously I do sometimes, like why I'm stressed, I shouldn't be stressed. But then when you fight it, it becomes bigger. It becomes more stronger on you, heavy on you. Because when you're fighting, you're losing energy. But if you make peace with it, and if you can accept, even if you don't accept, then accept that I'm not accepting, which is a beautiful technique, by the way. It leads to the first little window to open up, that first little ray of light coming in. So yeah, quickly coming back, understand where the source of this stress is coming from, if you can. It's like, a trapped up energy in my body from maybe 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, 16 years old, 20 years old, when people did things to me and I couldn't have a voice to say like, F off, man, this is not done. That's all builds up, inside you. And then obviously something happened in the present moment, which triggers all those emotions to kind of, come out of you. Oh God. Am I making sense here? I hope I am. Teaching, guys, is non-linear. Our brain cannot be linear and learn everything. I'm not saying linear way of learning is not good, but it cannot be linear all the time. It has to be non-linear. I have to go somewhere and come back. So very quickly, this would be my first recommendation for people. If you are going through stress or pressure, and understand, and speak to the stress, ask the stress, where are you coming from? Whose energy is this? Is it my grandfather's energy? Is it my grandmom's energy, my dad's energy, my teacher's energy? Or is this 10 years old Amandeep speaking to me right now and telling me, what? You should have raised your voice when that MF, beat the shit out of you. Just because they're a bit more stronger, they were 2-3 years older than you, a bit more taller than you, and they bullied you, and they beat you so badly. Oh God, yeah, that's a true story, by the way. I just love my mom, but I think sometimes things could have been done better. All I'm saying, she did the best she could. I remember, one of these functions, which happens in the local community in the open kind of ground. It's called, let's not put Bengali words here, but we used to have functions pretty much 2-3 times a year where a singer comes in, like a local singer sings. Everybody enjoys it. So I was sitting there and I left that place for a minute, went to do something and came back, and a guy, probably 2-3 years older than me, occupied that space. And this is how standards are, like if you take up a space in the beginning, that becomes yours in a way, technically, So I thought, I told him that this is my space, why are you sitting on my space? He didn't like it, and he knew that he could bully me, and he beat the shit out of me. I started crying, went home, probably 9-10 years old boy, 11 years old. And my mother beat me up further, saying, why the hell did you go there? Without understanding what happened, who was wrong, who was not. So, fear got inside you so much that you fear any kind of physical pain or any kind of physical debate with people. It lived with me for many years. And maybe, some parts of it still live with it. All I'm saying, there could be a better way of parenting your kids. Okay, coming back. Get to the root of the cause of where this stress is coming from, awareness. And once you have the awareness, the second stage is understanding. Understanding, what you're going through, what are your voices inside you, what is this energy, telling you to understand or learn. And if you're willing to learn and understand, then obviously, you can release it, you can let it go. And that's the final step, which is, reconditioning or reprogramming, which is releasing this energy into the universe through obviously hypnotic processes. Hypnotism is nothing, and it's like imagination. Imagining that this trapped energy, which is talking to me, which is bringing me, all this challenges, my heartbeat is up, maybe eyes are opening up to a different level. If anybody speaks something little, maybe, normal trigger of a little mistake here and there, which you can ignore maybe, or you can rectify, or you can improve, but you just shout and blast on it. That's, the understanding, oh God, I need to understand where this energy is coming from. And then you can release it, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be received or transferred. So maybe you receive this energy, it got reignited in you through some trigger. Once you have the awareness, you have the understanding, you can release it and let it out to the universe and go. And anybody here, you feel, when you are stressed, it's really bad for your health? Or is it only me, who think that way? How many of you here, you would agree, that if you are stressed, it is really bad for your health? If you think that way, then let me know through a comment in the chat, and I would love to get your energy back on this, just to understand that we are still in communication with a live. It shows you the number of people here, but then you know what? There's nothing like having a live conversation. Okay, David Gua is suggesting something powerful, which I'm good to be reminded. I recommend my students that if you can take a long, deep breath through the nose and let it out through your mouth, it's a good way of, de-stressing. That's beautiful. Thank you, David. God bless you. Gaurav is saying, I completely agree with this swear thing. Quite necessary to handle office stress. Yes, it's very important to handle office stress. Okay. Drop in a comment, guys, if you think, that stress can affect your health. Yeah, just put a yes there for me. Just YES, that'll be awesome. Just a few, 3 letters would be enough. Okay, Gaurav is asking something. Let me see if I can answer that. Looks like a long question. Probably has got a background to it. Being unproductive when you are sad and being sad when you are unproductive causes a loop of stress. What is your suggestion to break this loop? Oh God, beautiful one. That reminds me, one of the most powerful ways, again, breathing is great. And then obviously doing a deeper work, which is more on the mindset or more on the subconscious level would help. But in a physical world, what you can do, actually you can take up a physical activity, and that will definitely help. So Gaurav, your question is powerful. Thank you for the gift of your question. It triggered my brain to share this with you. I go for a long walk because I'm not really a very top class athlete person. For me, athleticism, playing cricket, if it is possible, which obviously is not possible in this weather here. It's pretty gloomy. It's pretty rainy weather in the UK, quite cold, 1 or 2 degrees temperature. So go for a walk, that's my understanding. If you take up something physical and walk, in depth, I don't know, how do I say this? Probably go for a 3 to 4 miles walk, which is almost 5-6 kilometers minimum. It's very good for your health as well. They say as a primitive human being, we would walk 10 to 12 miles minimum a day. And if we do that, it's really, really beneficial for the body and also for the stress levels. Okay. So coming back, we have some people, acknowledging that, yes, it does impact our health. So having said that, oh God, okay. Anybody else? You think, stress impacts your health, it impacts in a negative way. And if you would like to learn more about, having a great health. By the way, health, means, I don't know how much you know about this, what do you perceive as health? 6 packs is not health, by the way. Yeah, this is my sarcasm, okay? I'm a sarcastic person. I like to do a bit of a sarcasm. And I find a bit of humor in sarcasm because I just don't get it. Sometimes people don't have common sense, which is no more common. And there's something called situational awareness, which cannot be taught to anybody. It just comes to you over a period of time by doing things. So yeah, this was my sarcasm, that 6 packs is not health. Health means, that you can freely use your body, channelize your body to do the activities you want to do, and you have no illness in your physical beingness. That's health, by the way. Health doesn't mean that you can run, at a certain speed or have 6 packs or play football for 6 hours. That's not really health. It obviously is a good thing to do. If you can do that, that means you're pretty healthy. But health in itself means that you have no illness and you can channelize this physical mechanism to do what you really want to do. So yeah, coming back, if you would like to learn a bit more about health in a very special way, I have, a class coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, my timing, it will be 1:30 p.m. London time. It'll be early morning in US, depending on what time zone you are in, because we have few students from US as well. And it will be evening in the Asian timing. And for India, it'll be 7 p.m. if I'm not wrong. And I would like to, invite you as my guest to be part of this amazing program, which I used to run, for my advanced students. There's a program I do called Discover Your Brilliance. It's a 3 days, amazing program. It's a holistic program. It's a complete 9 steps which I teach to my students to become highly effective in their life. And one of the chunks I do on the third day for like few hours around midday is on health. And the techniques I'm going to share with you will blow away your mind for how we perceive health and how we think about health and how we can live very healthy with just little minute adjustments in our food habits. You don't have to do massive exercise to lose weight. You don't have to do aerobics or whatever. And yes, you do have to sacrifice some food habits and the way and the hours how you eat it. That's what the system is about. And I'll go in a lot of depth and detail how the modern science cannot minimize the number of cancers and sickness and diseases going up in the world. If they had an answer, then this all things would not be going up on the numbers. They are every single day. All the modern science does just sabotages the situation. It's like a quick fix. They just do like a quick fix repair, but the problems still exist on a deeper level. If you want to learn health at a very massive, deeper level, then I highly recommend come to our class tomorrow. It's again an invite. If you are in this session, you are invited. Obviously, for me to invite you, there has to be a connection for you to be updated that this is the link where you got to click and come and register. So what will happen, if you're interested in the class, you can put a comment here right now saying, I'm interested. And please, whatever platform you're tuning in from right now, because I'm going live on LinkedIn, I'm going live on YouTube, I'm going live on Facebook, in different platforms. I'm going live in 2 groups, I think, 1 profile and 1 page, and then LinkedIn and YouTube. So wherever you are tuning in from right now, and even if you're listening to this as a recording later on, and if the class is still yet not over, which means that if you are listening to the recording after 1:30 p.m. London time, then the class is pretty much over. Even if it's 2 p.m., you can come in, I think. You will miss out the beginning, but it's still okay. But after that, if you listen to the recording, then understand the class is over. You will have to wait for something next, which will come up, which will be most likely in April. But if it is not yet 1:30 p.m. and you're still live here maybe right now, or you listen to the recording, then drop us a comment or a message. Not a comment, by the way. Comment we cannot check, by the way. Don't hold us responsible for comments. Drop us a proper message, and we will send you a link to register yourself. And then the Zoom link will only be sent to you once you register. It's a complimentary event, okay? I don't like to call free events. There's nothing free in the world. I have spent, hours and hours of work to design this course. And my students, were paying anything between $500 to $700, sometimes, like 30,000 rupees for this program. So if you want to be part of this complimentary program class tomorrow, then drop us a message. And once we send you what needs to be done, then please take the full action. Don't just, ignore the message. I'm sorry, why I'm saying this, because I already said common sense is not common. I'm not saying for all of you guys here, but just on a very rare occasion, people don't read everything I've sent them, okay? Yeah, it takes a bit of effort, right? And if you want to be part of something, which is amazing, then you have to take the efforts. So read, it will take you probably a couple of minutes to read what we have sent you. Then click, register your details, and then the link will be sent to you automatically, which means, you will be part of a list. If you don't want to be part of a list, then understand, we can't help you. We cannot send you a individual, invite. We send invite to a couple of, thousands of people for our people to join us. So once we are done with the class, if you want to unsubscribe from the list, I get it, okay? But otherwise, if you're not part of the list, don't expect us to send you manually the Zoom link. And yeah, please keep a check on your spam folder as well. I'm sorry, is it all required right now? Maybe not, but just, for a few cases, people, they don't really read what I'm telling them, what I'm sending them, and they expect me, to put everything on the plate and give it to them. If that's how you are, maybe there's very high chances you're not my student, so don't bother to come. Simple. Yeah, if you can't take action, and if you're not really willing to improve your health and go on a massive journey with us, then maybe this is not your class. If you cannot handle a tough trainer for obviously results, I have nothing personal against you, then maybe this is not your class, and I'm not the teacher you want to learn from. So tomorrow we have the class, and then we have a 5 days health challenge, which we are doing. And I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I will tell you more about the health challenge, 5 days health challenge, which starts from 10th of March till 15th of March. And by the way, if you listen to the recording right now, you have missed the class, you still want to be part of it, of the health challenge, let us know. We will see if we can do something. By the way, no recording is provided, so don't ask for the recording. Waste my time and your time. If you're not live in the class, oh God, there's no point. Listening to the recording, which probably you'll be half sleeping, doing other things and listening to the recording that doesn't work for most people. Some people I know you would be very serious, but I cannot take the risk to send something in recording. Okay. Yes, Dudi Banerjee, I will see you. I know you've already done the previous class. This is pretty similar, but obviously a bit enhanced because I always like to add more content and bring some changes. Yes, Dr. Digvijay Singh, really on the point, is saying it's solving symptoms, not the root cause. Yeah, they just, they press the symptoms, whatever you're having with the modern science, medicine, but they don't work on the root cause. If you want to learn what the root cause of the problems are for people to have sickness and diseases, then tomorrow is the class you got to come to. By the way, tomorrow, the things I'm teaching, they are not mine. I've borrowed, I've taken from my mentors and I have enhanced it in my presence and in my understanding on how to teach. My gift to the world is to take something very complex and simplify it so that most people go like, oh God, now I understand what you mean by this. I think what is doable, and let me go on a journey to make it happen. That's my gift to the world, that I make things simple for people to understand, for most people to understand, and then implement, experience it, and bring the results in their life. Oh, okay. There is a question here. Sorry. Shiva Raju, is being more productive can cause stress? Some of the laid back people have less stress in life, whereas some successful people are stressed out. What's your take on it? I think, Shiva, I already covered an element of it. Again, it will depend on the context. I'll repeat, it'll depend on the context. But having said that, if you are, aiming to create something substantial, something bigger, something which is not done before, then obviously it will take a lot of effort, to go towards it, and that will also bring pressure. It'll bring a reasonable amount of pressure. You got to know how to handle that pressure. I'm not saying that if you want to do some big things, you have all the license, to be rude to people all the time. I'm also not saying, on a rare occasion, you can be, but it happens, I'll be honest, it happens to me too. So I would not be the best person, giving you the advice saying, you cannot be rude to people ever. Sometimes it does happen. But if you have the awareness, you can do something about it and make it better. Having said that, people who are laid back, have a different kind of stress. They don't tell you, they don't show it to you maybe, but if they have no money in their account and they're too laid back, lazy and sleeping, they have a different kind of stress in their life. You may not be able to see that, but thank you for that, question. I really enjoyed. And guys, please understand, as I already mentioned, for you, maybe it's a few comments, but for me, it's quite a few number of comments in which pops up because people are commenting from different platforms, from like YouTube, LinkedIn, and different Facebook places. So yeah, I may miss out a few of the comments. Understand, it's just human for me to miss out. I've got 35, 40 comments by now. Some are not relevant, so I don't look into them. Those which are relevant, I do. And some I do still may miss, even if it's irrelevant. Because at a given point of time, I can only see maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or maybe 14 comments, depending on how long the comment is. Otherwise, I have to scroll up and down to go and see, the further comments up. Okay, any questions, guys? Anything you want to share? Very quickly, I want to say one more time, stress can really, impact your health. And if you want to be very healthy as a person without doing any exercise or, without doing much exercise and very little changes, in the way you eat and the timings when you eat, with my proven system, you can really take your health to the next level. And if you want to pay me for this, you can. I have no issues, by the way. But it's a complimentary invitation for only serious people who would take action. I'm not inviting you just because you feel like being in a class and get energized and take, more new knowledge, which you do nothing with, then this is not your class. Please don't come. Don't waste your time and my time. If you want to come and then you want to take action, then we have the next step, which will be a health challenge for 5 days. We will all, as an accountable team, go together on that on that health challenge for 5 days, and I'll explain more during the class what will happen during the health challenge. And when you do the health challenge, oh God, you will have so much of energy. You'll be buzzing, and when you have so much of energy, you can create whatever you want to create. Making money, is also another way, which is not a way. It's related to how energetic you are as a person. If you have a lot of energy, you can make a lot of money, because money is also currency. It flows towards the person with high energy. It doesn't flow to the people with low energy. And by the way, energy doesn't only mean that you jump up and down. It doesn't mean that way. I mean, you can look at Sadhguru. Oh God, how energetic he is. He can sit and still mesmerize 10,000 people in an auditorium. It's just the energy he dissipates in the way he is in his beingness. Oh God, it's powerful. Okay, anybody tuning in right now, you just joined. We were talking about stress, how to manage it. I took some inputs from the listeners today to understand their take on stress and how do they manage it. I gave my understanding, which is the awareness, and then finally releasing it, the final step. And there are a few other things, we spoke about meditation, which is powerful. Breathing helps you, and physical activity helps, in managing stress or in de-stressing. And again, if you want to be very healthy, we have an invitation for you tomorrow. We're doing a class, 1:30 p.m. London time, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We would love to have you there and take you on a great, massive journey. By the way, guys, please forgive me if I have got the times a bit mixed up. That's what I subconsciously remember. That's what normally my classes sometimes are. But sometimes they are like 2 o'clock or 2:30. Please check, the Zoom link, which will be sent to you once you register. So if you would be interested to be part of a great, amazing, energetic class in the way I teach, oh God, it's amazing. It's just phenomenal. Okay. Then I would recommend, please come to the program. Deepak Maurya, hi, love to see you. Thank you very much for your beautiful words. Thank you for the gift of your presence here. Okay, Shiva, one more question. Maybe this is the last question I'll take, guys. How will you manage stress when you have multitask or juggle many things at a time? I think you really self-corrected yourself in terms of the words. Every word we use has a meaning. Words have power. There is nothing called multitasking. It's a complete bullshit. Been sold as a package. That has been really packed up nicely so that some people can sell you some programs. Maybe multitasking is a complete bullshit idea. It's not humanly in the way you're designed to do 2 tasks at one moment. It's not possible. Yeah, the only thing can happen, that you jump from one task to the other task very quickly. You do one thing, like let's say for 10 nanoseconds, then 20 nanoseconds you do something, and then 50 nanoseconds you do something. Oh God, it is possible. So you could be juggling quite a few balls, and all I want to say, don't juggle more than 2, at the worst case 3, which means you cannot have a job, 2 businesses, and something else going on. Worst case, you can have 1 job, 1 business going on. You really have to go to the next level because your situation is different right now, and you only plan to do it for a few days, few weeks. Then you can have, 2 jobs, 1 full-time, 1 part-time, and 1 business going on. That's it. You need to stop somewhere. Otherwise, you'll burn out very soon. And even if you make the money, you will not have the health to enjoy that. I love what Dalai Lama says, and it's a sarcasm, by the way, in a very nice sarcasm. He says, man works very hard to make all the money and then spends all the money to get his health back. So please think about your health right now. And I highly recommend come to our class. We'll have a lot of fun. It's a small group of people, probably 30, 40 people. And we will be on a great journey taking a health challenge together. And again, a health challenge is not mandatory. It's by invitation. If you decide to go on a journey, it'll be great. Rachna Sharma will join in tomorrow. Thank you, Rachna Sharma. Thank you for your acknowledgement. I would see you in the class. Anybody else, you're listening to the recording right now, sir, ma'am, I am requesting you. I am commanding you. I am doing everything in my power to say, come to the class. Okay. If it is yet not 1:30 p.m. when you're watching this, come to the class tomorrow. By the way, in the present moment, it is tomorrow at 1:30 Saturday, which is 6th of February, London time. It'll be great to have you in the class. Anybody here, you are interested, or you would be willing, to be part of this amazing session we're going to have tomorrow, then let us know. If you are interested, then drop us a message or drop us a comment. We'll do our best to pick it up. If we miss out, oh God, it can happen sometimes, okay? That's it. That's all I have to share. I will play a video right now. If you want to stay back and watch and hear out my students, what they think about my teachings, it'll be great. For some of you, I will see you in the class. For some of you here, I wish you the best for your journey. Lots of love. Stay blessed. Keep learning. Keep growing. And have a mentor in your life. With the help of a mentor, if you know exactly what you want in your life in terms of passion, you stay on the path, your mastery will arrive. Thank you very much. And here we go.
As a result of learning from him, I am more confident. I now know how to deliver my story.
The higher distinctions of public speaking that I learned here made my presentations and meetings lively and 100% more impactful.
Of being on Amandeep's $1 Million Speaker Blueprint course, I was able to co-host a webinar and host my first online open mic.
Amandeep is an amazing trainer and mentor. He loves to over-deliver and he loves to give massive value to his students.
I started getting recognition among my colleagues. My bosses started getting more appreciation to me. This is the best investment I've ever done in my life.
This program is designed in such a way that it covers completely what, why and how of public speaking.
I was blown away by the methods which Amandeep has used in this virtual setup.
Super blessed to have a mentor like Amandeep sir.
Have gone through many other programs, but not the kind of depth that Amandeep goes through.
I received from Amandeep is that he influenced me to work on my craft of public speaking.
I was so surprised by the way Amandeep puts his heart and soul to make us better every day.
Before the program, I had stage fright in front of big crowds. After this, I became more confident in school, and Amandeep sir taught us ways that changed our lives forever.
The money you are paying for this workshop is like nothing in comparison to the kind of value that you will get out of it.
Today I feel that the investment which I have done for getting this kind of value is just negligible.
It was great to have a mentor like Amandeep sir in this fabulous learning journey.
And because of that webinar, within a month, I got enough confidence to deliver my own webinar.
Such a comprehensive and complete sort of a program I have never seen.